Hi, welcome to Parametric House. In this Grasshopper tutorial, I want to show you how you can convert a mesh, which is actually this base mesh, into a series of connection. So as you can see here, I can change the fillet, which I'm going to explain, and also change the offset, which is going to be the thickness we have here. We're going to explain how we can connect these lines together and also make these connections or these surfaces. And at the end, we will have the joint B-rep here. So if I just bake this, you can see that we have this in Rhino completely connected. And then you can use the offset surface Rhino command to make the solid. So you can see here, we have the complete solid, maybe for fabrication or 3D printing. What I want to do is to turn off the algorithm so you can learn it step by step. And let's go here and start with the mesh. So assume that we have this base mesh, which I have internalized. You can give any other mesh you want to this input. What we want to do is to first find the face boundaries. You can do that by going to the mesh face boundaries, and if I bake that, you can see that we have extracted the boundaries of each of these faces. What we have to do is to just offset them inside, but before we do that, we're going to use the fillet from the curve utility fillet component here, and let me just disconnect it from here so you can see the results. And if it's 0, it's completely the base face boundary. When I increase that, you can see that we have these fillets here. So what it does is going to fillet the corners, so we will have something like this. Another thing we want to do is to make an offset from that. So you just have to go to the curve utility and offset component to give it here. And if I just turn this on, you can see, and just turn this off, you can see the offset simply here, and that's the offset. So what we want to do is to change this number, so you can see that the offset is going to be changed by this number. I have given it expression minus x, so it's going to go inwards, and now we have the offset curve. We can start producing those lines. So if I just bake that in Rhino, so if I explode it here in Rhino, you can see that we have these curves, which are the lines. We have the arcs. And what we have to do is to find two neighboring lines. If I loft them here in Rhino, it's going to be okay. But remember, in Grasshopper, if I hit direction, you can see that they are in two different directions. So what we have to do in Grasshopper is to fix the direction and then loft them together. Another thing we have to fix here is, let's assume this corner, for example. So what we want to do here is to select these arcs and also connect them with this line, and we're going to connect it like this. And to make this base surface, I'm going to use the patch command in Grasshopper. I'm going to explain and talk about this. The problem we will have here is that if I connect these two lines together as a loft, and for example connect these two surfaces together, as you can see here, they are not going to be connected. And the reason here is because these Nurbs surfaces we have here, they are not really completely connected. As if I zoom in, you can see that this is a little bit outwards from the edges. So we're going to talk about how we can fix this in Grasshopper and finish this tutorial.